The Tigers, yellow and black. Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty. Although, like, everyone calls me Twisty. It's strange. But today, we are going to be going back, looking at all of my predictions for the season, and working out what I got right and what I got wrong. We're going to start off here with a bit of a top 8. This is what I think my top 8 is going to be. Richmond, Collingwood, West Coast, Adelaide. They're your top 4. The D's, the Cats, the Giants, and the Bombers in 8th position. So I ended up picking 6 of the 8 teams, I guess, to make it into the finals. Adelaide and Melbourne being the 2 I predicted incorrectly. I picked 2 teams in the top 4 correctly, being Richmond and Collingwood. And I picked 2 teams in the bottom 4 correctly, being GWS and Essendon. And I actually predicted Essendon to finish in 8th. And they did! So I got 1 right! Anyway, that is a good win so far. Good win early. Let's keep rolling, see how we go. But it's probably a fail for that one. Next thing, Premiership. I think the Tigers will win the Premiership again. Heard it here first, everyone. The Tigers are going to win the Premiership again. I called it. You could see it on the screen. Twisty knows all. And I now have 2 Premiership little cups to represent 2017 and 2019. Prediction of the Premiers, correct. Honestly, I feel like an absolute knob then, but the Tigers won. I'm still excited. Let's go! The other side of the coin, you got the wooden spoon. Who do I think will win the wooden spoon? And a lot of people are saying Gold Coast Suns. I'm going to think it's St Kilda. Wooden spoon. I got it wrong. I'm disappointed. I should have just done the obvious pick. The Gold Coast Suns. Why didn't I pick the Gold Coast Suns? But I wasn't too far off, I guess. St Kilda probably overperformed this year, but I don't know, did they overperform? They went 9-13. Like, is that an overperformance for St Kilda? I probably thought they went better than what I guess I thought they were going to go, and Gold Coast, yeah, they won 3 of their first 4 or 5, and then they didn't win a game for the rest of the year, so wooden spoon to Gold Coast. Hopefully they'll be better next year. They should get Brandon Ellis, a couple of other players. Will be interesting. But, wrong again. My surprise package this year, I am going to say, is a club that probably isn't necessarily a surprise package, but I'm going to go with Port Adelaide. Now, I don't think Port Adelaide are going to make the finals. I just think that they're going to perform a lot better than people think they will. So, surprise packet this year. Now, this, I guess, is open to interpretation, but I said Port Adelaide would be my surprise packet for this year. I said they would not make the finals. They finished 10th. And I also said that they would perform better than what most people thought they would do. I guess they didn't make the finals, so does that really make sense? Anyway, I'm going to give myself a tick for this one because I thought Port Adelaide were actually reasonably good this year, given they had so much change and difference there. 10th, I think, is pretty good. I still said that they weren't going to make the finals, so I still given myself a tick there because they were thereabouts. But I guess I said they were going to move, which was going to be good. The only other thing you could maybe argue is maybe Brisbane were there a surprise package this year. Everything's open to interpretation. Even the Dogs, probably the surprise package of the year. So maybe I got this one wrong. But I'm gonna agree with myself here that I kind of got my prediction of Port being better than what people thought they were going to be correct. I think it'll be the young guys that will prove that, Port Adelaide are going to be an exciting team going forward. But then again, I said they're not going to make the finals because I do think that fatigue will hit them later on in the year, but I think they'll surprise a few people with how well they might actually go. I just listened back to that and I'm like, that is exactly what I've predicted and it happened. So maybe it's not necessarily a surprise package prediction being correct, but more a Port Adelaide prediction being correct. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Team under pressure. Now, I have put Essendon as my team under pressure. I've got them finishing in 8th position. So my team under pressure this year was Essendon. And I guess being one of the big 4 clubs in Victoria, they're always under pressure. So there's that side of things. But I actually thought they did okay this year. I think that probably the team that I should have said was Melbourne because they had a lot of expectation and I guess they just absolutely slumped to 17th. So I'm going to give myself a wrong-o here because let's be honest, the media loves to destroy Essendon, so they're always going to be under some kind of media scrutiny there. But I'm going to give myself a fail for this one with the team under pressure because despite Essendon finishing in 8th, like I correctly predicted, they did not sack their coach, unlike 4 other teams. So, I guess, yeah, you could have said Adelaide. Any of those 4 teams, Adelaide, Freo, Carlton, and who else? North Melbourne. So they were probably the ones, I guess, should have been said in this little segment.
But also with those teams, you got to look at the coach under pressure as well. So who's the Essendon coach? Worsfold. Is he under pressure? I don't think so. I think Alan Richardson, obviously, is the coach under pressure. If St Kilda do win the wooden spoon like I'm predicting, he won't be there, unfortunately, you know.
Coach under pressure. I don't even know if this was a separate little segment here, but I said Alan Richardson. I said not Worsfold, even though he kind of was the whole bloody year, but he didn't go anywhere, did he? Because now they've got Ben Rutten as their takeover coach or whatever for next year. But I'm telling you, I said Alan Richardson will not be at St Kilda next year. I said if they win the wooden spoon, but he's not there next year. It's off his own doing, really. But disappointing for him. Seems like a really good bloke, but unfortunately, I'm giving myself a tick for this one. Dino gets it right.
The other one is also Fremantle. Ross Lyon got to be under some kind of pressure, right?
I also said Ross Lyon. I didn't even think I was that good. He's not there either. Double tick. I feel really bad for celebrating coaches out of their job, but I'm not. I'm celebrating me being an intellectual. 200 IQ predictions right there. Sorry, Ross. You are the boss. Ross the boss. Ross the boss. Ross the boss.
Struggling to see what Fremantle do this year, but I do think they'll win enough games for this man to win the Brownlow Medal. Now, I've got Nat Fyfe winning the Brownlow.
Nat Fyfe winning the Brownlow! He's done it again! He's got another one! Unbelievable. I'm just going to cut this here because I know I'm going to say some dumb things after this.
But I think this year we're going to have a tie. This year, we're going to see a tie between Martin, Fyfe and Oliver.
Look, I know I said we were going to have a tie, but we're not going to have a tie because I've already said Nat Fyfe won the Brownlow Medal. End of story.
And Nat Fyfe, I feel like he will play a great season as well, and I feel like Fremantle will win just enough games for him to win as a co-Brownlow medalist.
Co-Brownlow, Schmo Brownlow. I said Fyfe. Fyfe won. It was the first one I said. It was the last one I said. Giving myself a big tick for this one.
Coleman Medal, it's got to be Josh Jacob Kennedy. I don't know what his second name is. I know JJ Kennedy. He's going to win it.
Coleman Medal, Kennedy. It was Cameron. Fail.
Set to rise. Okay. So these ones are kind of a little bit like the surprise package, but this is more on a solid ground. This is what I think is going to happen. I think set to rise. I think we're going to see Brisbane rise up the ranks of the ladder. It might only be 5 or 6 positions, but I think that they're going to rise a little bit.
Set to rise. I said Brisbane. I kind of said they weren't going to rise into the finals, but guess what? They ended up finishing second on the ladder, which then they went out in straight sets, so they finished, 5th? In terms of the draft order, I guess. They still rose. It's a good prediction. I'll give myself a tick.
And in terms of the team that's going to drop, I think it is going to be the Hawks.
The team I had dropping this year was Hawthorn, which I'm not going to give myself a tick for. Yes, they were from the finals to out of the finals, but I guess you can kind of give them a tick. But Melbourne, Melbourne had to be the team you had to predict to get this one right. So while the prediction technically correct, the biggest rising and falling team was not Hawthorn, so it was Melbourne. So fail.
A couple more things here on the predictions. We're just going to try and get through everything. Whether they're staying or going. Josh Kelly, GWS, staying.
Josh Kelly, GWS, staying. Bang, got it right. Tick.
Tim Kelly, Geelong. He's off. Ship him out of there.
Tim Kelly, Geelong. He's off. Ship him out. I don't know. We don't know what's happened with that yet. But he's probably gone.
And Cornelio. Very 50-50 call here. I'm going to guess he's going to stay. He feels like a lad who likes the Giants. So I feel like Cornelio's going to stay there.
Cornelio going to stay. Triple tick for Dean.
My headline of the year, I think my headline is SCG turfed. Sydney Swans will move one game at least from the SCG to another sporting arena in New South Wales because of safety concerns.
Headline of the year, SCG going to have a match cancelled and move somewhere else. Wrong.
Oh yes, and one more, the rising star. Sam Walsh.
Rising star. I said Sam Walsh. It was Sam Walsh. Prediction correct. Again, big double ticks for me. But I actually think I've done not a bad job this year. I thought I got most things right, other than I guess a few things on the ladder, which is always very hard. There's 18 possible positions people can finish on the ladder. And even getting the Richmond prediction right, which looked likely at the start of the year and before the season, and then it looked unlikely in the middle of the season, and then it happened at the end of the season. So I was pretty happy about that one. But yeah, I think I've done a reasonably good job this year. I'm quite surprised at how well I actually did. Remember, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. I'm going to be doing more AFL stuff, even in the off season, because I know we got some trade period stuff. We've got obviously AFL Evo 2 coming up as well, which will probably be in some kind of December or whatever. But I'm hopefully going to have some videos about that up before the game's actually out, so we'll wait and see on that. There will also be a grand final video coming out sometime next week or whatever, because I actually did a video with the AFL for the grand final that you're going to see on their YouTube channel. But yeah, overall, thought my predictions weren't bad. If you thought I did a good job, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. If you thought I did a bad job, yell at me in the comments section and tell me why I did a bad job. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, have a fantastic week. The Tigers are premiers once again. I'm a happy man, and I'm going to just be enjoying the week with a premiership hangover.
The Tigers, yellow and black.
Behind the net.